any successful social effort, it starts at home, and it starts with you, and it starts with me. By you, I mean the business leaders, the community leaders, school teachers, and all volunteers, making a difference one community at a time. You are individuals who are very busy and have plenty of responsibilities already. And yet you have made this an important issue and for the betterment of our state, and I thank you for that. Like all of you, John Bell and I know the importance of making our communities and state the best it can be. As young parents, we've spent time on Saturdays strolling with our youngest at the time, and they meet picking up litter because we knew it was important to promote that in our community and encouraging others to do the same. As a teacher, I worked with our art council in A-Meet, the garden club in A-Meet, and promoted the cleanest city poster contest in my school, and promoted the litter-free community. So we know how important it is in your own community and to start there. So I'm excited now as Governor and First Lady to have partnered with Republic Waste and Recycling in the Mansion, and asking those that work in the Capitol to help us in recycling, and reminding them that 74% of a lot of trash is office paper. So we've also partnered with Keep Louisiana Beautiful by picking up trash around the Capitol Lake. I remember when she called me and said, you know, would you come do a photo op? And I said, we don't need a photo op. You can come right here to the Capitol Lake, as we walked around the Capitol Lake. And so then the Capitol staff joined us, so it was a great morning we had on that Friday. And this is just a reminder that the change starts with us and by leading by example, and that's so very important. And because of your dedication, I stand before you today encouraged that we can reach our goals and make progress toward a better and cleaner tomorrow for our children and for beautiful Louisiana. It takes each of us working together to make a difference. A quote from Saint Mother Teresa says, I alone can't change the world, but I can cast a stone along the waters to create more ripples, many ripples. It is that ripple that will continue, and that is why it is so important that we lead by example. So today, we gather to move forward and bring attention to this great organization, and we celebrate our new campaign and slogan to keep Louisiana beautiful. Thank you all so very much for allowing me to be a part of this day and this exciting opportunity to spread the message across our state. Thank you so much.
And she doesn't just talk the talk, but she walks the walk. When she said they came out for Leaders Against Litter, they came out in a big way. And she tagged along, brought the governor with her, and we were just thrilled to have not just the First Lady and the Governor of Louisiana, which let me say is the first time that we have had the Governor and the First Lady attend our Leaders Against Litter event. So we're here to have 30 staff members, and long when the cameras were gone, it's true, they stayed, and they must have picked up at least 70 bags of trash along the Capitol Lake. So they rolled up their sleeves and they got their hands dirty with the people in the area. I now would like to introduce to you Secretary Dr. Chuck Carr-Brown with DEQ. He is a huge friend and supporter of ours. But actually, DEQ has been a supporter of KLB for a long time now. Their work and their support continues year-round. They have been so nice to give us the use of this beautiful site for our convention, and thank you for the use of it. It's been wonderful. We are glad to be here. Board, we also have Jean Kelly, who's in the Public Information Department, and she has been working so hard with us this past year. So we thank you for loaning us some of your employees. And not only that, but this last year, Keep Louisiana Beautiful has been working with DEQ's Criminal Investigative Department, and Mike Daniels and Jeff Nolan, who I believe are here today, in the back there waving. They have traveled the state with us, and we've conducted environmental enforcement trainings. So again, it's not just a bunch of talk, they're walking the walk. Thank you. So I first met the secretary actually at our Leaders Against Litter reception at the Lieutenant Governor's apartment after the press conference. And it was the first time I met him, and he was new into his post, so I'm sure his plate was stacked full with things to do. But he reached out and he said that he really wanted to work on a deeper level with Keep Louisiana Beautiful. And I felt that he really meant that. And not only that, but he took it one step further and he said, let's get these bumper stickers out and let's get a slogan going. And that was really, he planted the seed for what we are about to reveal today. So thank you for that idea and that support. And now join me in welcoming Secretary Brown.
Good morning. I hope you are enjoying our building because we'd like to take every opportunity we can to expose organizations and the general public to what we have here at Louisiana DEQ. Keep Louisiana Beautiful has always been something near and dear to me. I used to jog around my old neighborhood, and if I had a nickel for every piece of paper that I picked up, I wouldn't be working now. I'd be retired. And so I started thinking about how can I get involved. So 8 years ago when I was assistant secretary, I actually had a relationship with the executive director then, I told Susan, and I actually went around to every conference that they had and presented the awards for all of the projects that the cities and municipalities brought forward. So we started a litter hotline. We had it here at LDEQ. That litter hotline now is at the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, and I'm going to give you the number there because for some reason, I see progress being made, of course, but for some reason, people think that cigarette butts just disintegrate. They just, you throw them out, and all of a sudden they're gone. They just disintegrate. So I look at litter and as a learned behavior, litter, I guess, what we say, knowledge or just being aware, it's a learned behavior. I often wonder what makes a person throw out, you're driving down the street, you're eating your happy meal, you finish, and you decide you're going to ball it up and throw it out the window. I just can't imagine what kind of mindset that person has. So I started thinking that, it is a learned behavior not to litter. My daughter, she's 21 now, has never been in a car without a seatbelt. Never. They come home in their child seats, and then they never get in the car without buckling up. So it starts at the elementary levels. We need to have a campaign that we actually tell the kids to remind the adults not to litter. So it's all that kind of a process. So when Susan mentioned bumper sticker, well, we have a slogan here that we use at LDEQ. We call it a clean state of mind. Okay, so she said, "Boy, that's pretty neat." So then this concept of how can we put something out to some of the advertising agencies to see if they can bring something back to us. And to our surprise, I think 6 or 7 of them responded with 12 or 13 different titles and slogans. And it's going to be great today when you see what we unveil. So again, I just want to thank you for all the things that you do as litter advocates. Again, we do have some parishes, I know you already talked about this, where we have litter courts, where the justice of the peace, and they actually issue out those fines. And then if it gets really, really, really bad, those guys in the back there that's working for us, our criminal investigation division, they carry guns and badges, and if we have to, we can go that route. So again, thank you for what you do, and I look forward to unveiling this winning slogan. Thank you.
I will say there were some great participants, and the slogans were really hard to choose. There were so many wonderful ideas and slogans. So do I go ahead and say it? Yeah. Okay. So it gives me great pleasure to announce Octagon Media's design as the winner for this year's slogan, and Miranda White, president of Octagon Media, with the creation of the motto, "Love the boot, don't pollute."
unveiling right here. Okay, here we go. All right.
Good job. All right. Pretty neat, huh?